Hey everyone, it's Mike with Grayman Knives. Hope this video finds you well. Thanks for coming by for a visit. And today we're taking a look at our Sub-Saharan line of knives. There's the Sub-Saharan 10, Sub-Saharan 8, Sub-Saharan 7, and the Sub-Saharan 5. And they're, obviously a wide variety of sizes here, but with the same basic theme. These knives are really sort of the result of about a 15-year evolution of a knife design that I had in mind originally many years ago and several years ago, and over the years tended to sort of evolve it and found out what I liked and what I didn't like about it. So this is what we have today. The handle, of course, has the index, the finger groove that I like so much because it gives it that real positive grip, and I sort of designed it with the idea that you'd be able to hold on to it really tight, whether your hands are wet or in a difficult situation, or if you've been chopping or using your blade for a long time and your hand is fatigued. Each has a groove on it here. Usually one of the problems that you have with a double-edged knife, of course, is that that does restrict the amount of batoning that you can do. And with this groove here, this gives you the opportunity to have an area where you can use it just like you would with a single edge knife, that you'll be able to give it a whack with a baton in that area. Have a divot in it, like all of our larger knives. I like to have an area here that makes it easy for you to tie and anchor it if you want to have a forward point retention lanyard, or if you want to tie it to something, as in if you want to make it a spear. Especially in case of these knives, this line of blades here is by far our most popular for boar hunters. And I'm sure you can imagine why. It's designed for stabbing and slashing, when necessary. And of course, the farthest area that you can really choke up on this blade is up on the spine here along the swale. Let's see, as far as size goes and weight, the Sub-Saharan 10 weighs 1 pound 13 ounces, so it is a very heavy blade. It's meant to be substantial and strong. It's a full 1/4 inch thick 1095 steel. The Sub-Saharan 8 is 1 pound and 10 ounces. The Sub-Saharan 7 here is 1 pound and 3 ounces, and then the Sub-Saharan 5 is 15 ounces. Now we do have another version that's of the Sub-Saharan 7 that's lighter, and that of course is our titanium, which I just realized I have one over here. I'll grab that for you. Looks exactly the same, but instead of being, except of course for the finish, is light gray, and instead of being a pound and 3 ounces, this one is only 12 ounces. So it's actually lighter than this blade right here, but of course that's because it's titanium. So that's what it looks like. It does have our carburizing along the edge here to give it that hardness, because of course the great thing about titanium is that it's non-magnetic, non-ferrous, and very, very light. But the downside to it is that even though it's tough running on the soft side, you can sharpen it so that it's hair shaving sharp, but it doesn't keep an edge well. And so by carburizing this edge, it keeps an edge very, very well. It gives you a nice toothy edge, which is the kind that we like a lot, that allows for a lot of sharpness and good performance whenever you're doing draw cuts. So that's your titanium baby there. And as far as length goes, the Sub-Saharan 10 is a full 16 inches long. It's 14.5 inches for the Sub-Saharan 8. The Sub-Saharan 7 is 13 inches long, and then the Sub-Saharan 5 is 11 inches long. The original size that I came up with is actually the least popular or least bought, even though it's also very popular, which is this one here, the Sub-Saharan 8. This is just a size that I liked a lot. I always liked, you know, big, substantial knives, and it did everything that I wanted a knife to do, or almost everything. And it was, but it's, you know, plenty heavy, plenty bulky, of course. And a good buddy of mine liked the design, liked the initial design, but felt like it really needed to be streamlined for him. And so what suited him a whole lot better is this Sub-Saharan 7 size, and so that's where it came from. So Nigel, thank you very much for that, brother. And the Sub-Saharan 5, of course, to have a sort of a handier size, which has been very popular. And then by far the most popular, well, I say by far the most, actually, Sub-Saharan 5 and the Sub-Saharan 10 probably are pretty close, but the Sub-Saharan 10 really has been the most popular. And it's pretty close to being a sword. Very substantial, and of course, once again, since it's a full 1/4 inch thick, and because it does weigh 1 pound and 13 ounces, it has a lot of heft behind it. It's really designed to be used with a stiff wrist rather than, you know, limp wristing it, rather than using it sort of snap cut or snap chop style. And at least that works best for most people. But its size and balance and everything is really now just the way I like it. So I love this knife. And I guess that's about it for this crew. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.